He's busy, doing amazing things, and the smell in the kitchen is on point. We're doing comfort food today with the cheese twist.
Comfort food today with lovely, lovely Armstrong cheese, and it's just a little twist. We're going to do the world's easiest mac and cheese, and you know the Grey Cups this weekend, and this is a lovely sharing dish, and it's just a plain piece of bread.
Okay.
Which is good by itself, because obviously we seem to be missing some.
But there's some fancy slicing going on
We did the fancy slicing, and what we're going to do is just basically open it up and shove a bunch of ingredients in there.
Okay.
But the first thing, when you know we're dealing with cheese, whether it's for the macaroni cheese or for the stuffed bread, you need to learn how to cut the cheese. It's cheesy to say that, I know that, but we need to figure it out.
Professionally, we're going to learn how to cut the cheese here.
Yes. Most people call this the knuckle grater. Why? Because they end up grating your knuckles or grating your palmy hand, and it's a vicious cut from these things. It's really, really sharp. And so I'm going to see each side has a different purpose. You know, this one's great for nutmeg, which we're going to put inside the mac and cheese. But when you are grating, first of all, cut your cheese into a nice, manageable size. That's the first thing. You know, if you have a big block like this, you don't want to be getting the big block in there. It's going to break. It's going to be a mess. So put it in there, nice size, and you just go down. But as you get closer, what you're going to do is see your hand, instead of going really like this or like this, never put it in a curl. Put the cheese in the palm of your hand. I'll just show you with a small piece right now. Put it in the palm of your hand, and that way when you get closer, you lift your fingers out. So there's my fingers, and you bend them away.
So never flat on.
So there's nothing there that's going to touch with the cheese, and you can go right down to the end, and you just lift them up away, and away grate, and you can grate away to your heart's content. No cuts, no bruises. And for the cheese, we need sliced cheese. You can use a knife, and I always like to wet the knife as you cut the cheese so the cheese doesn't stick, but you can actually slice cheese right here too.
Okay.
You can use this little tool right here. And if you know, just by rubbing on the side, look at these. You get gorgeous cheese slices.
And that's what we're going to use for this bread right now.
That's what you're going to use for the bread today. Or, let's take a little bit more cheese. That little gadget. Everybody's got one of those in their junk drawer.
Yeah.
And have no idea what to do with it.
What to do?
There you go, just take it and just rub it.
Just right on
Look
top.
at that.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant little tool, isn't it?
This is a good stocking
It
stuffer.
slices it gorgeously.
Okay.
So, do me a favor. Here's what you can do. Pull apart this bread and fill it with cheese, red pepper, 2 types of olives, caramelized onions. You can put butter in there if you want, but I would cut back on the butter.
And I created
like
this extra little pocket because I like my olives.
You're going to do a nice little olive pocket, which is fantastic.
Shove those in there.
Here we got a little whipped cream.
Yes.
That's all it is. Fresh, real cream. Reduce it.
That's the secret to the perfect mac and cheese.
That's it. You don't have to make a bechamel or a roux or anything else. You put your grated cheese inside the reduced whipping cream. Cook pasta. Now, here's the deal with pasta. Please do me a favor, never serve pasta al dente. Every Italian in the world screaming right now saying, what the hell is he talking about? You always cook it al dente, so it's got a little bite. And then by the time you put it in with the cream and the cheese and everything else, it finishes cooking that little bit extra, so it's tender, and you know, I don't like that undercooked feel to pasta. It just doesn't feel great.
Now, how much cheese is enough, or is it just
my gosh,
arbitrary?
The beautiful thing about it, you should never measure. No, come on, you're a cook. You like to cook with your heart and follow your soul. When it's cheese and it's comfort food, you know, you look at this one here, and I've got the cheese melting really nicely, and you can say, oh, that's really nice, and just a delicate underlying flavor. So, you've got your cheese in there. Throw them on.
Okay.
There you go. You got your little pocket of olives because you like your olives. You got caramelized onions.
I'll throw that in there.
And you just bend the bread apart. Just bend it.
And always in between here to get this right.
Always in between. Let it fall in between. Because the idea is once this comes out, you're going to tear off a piece and you get a little bit of onion, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of olives.
It's just gooey goodness.
Just gooey goodness. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Okay.
Here's a little trick for you. When you got your mac and cheese, you're going to let the cheese melt slowly. Don't rush it through. It's got to melt just nice and gently. And as it does that, you've got this fresh nutmeg. There's the other side of that grater. And you just grate some, beautiful, gorgeous nutmeg. And you can't have enough nutmeg.
Oh man,
that fresh smell.
This is the
that looks gorgeous all by itself, doesn't it?
Well, I hope it does after we melt it all.
So what you're going to do with that, we're going to take that off to the side. Let's move all this madness.
Now we only have a few seconds left.
That's okay.
Through the magic of television, Julian plans ahead. You're going to see the finished project here.
You bring this in. You pull this up, and you do that for me. I want to show one cool way of sip.
Oh, that is the good thing right there. That is the good.
So once you pull this out, and you see that gorgeous, wow, looks beautiful.
I can hear the oohs and ahs from the control room.
Simple way of doing mac and cheese. You can serve it in these beautiful little pots.
Sure.
They look fancy. You know, you can make even mac and cheese can be gourmet.
Look at you, how you dress it up.
However, you want to play with the kids, you buy those. You know, you can buy ready bread. You know, in the tubes, you crack them open. This is wrapped around tin foil, and you take the mac and cheese, and you shove it inside a little bread cone, just like this.
Oh man,
And
look at
it's fun, it's easy, and it's a good little thing to pass around at parties. It saves on plateware and crockeryware.
this. This is amazing.
And you just go.
Okay, you take a
bread,
bite of this. I'm doing cheese bread.
Have fun, everybody.
Cheers on the cheese.
Cheers on the cheese.
Cooking class for 4 with this man right here. Contest at btvancouver.ca. Subject line Pika. Oh,
Wow.
that is amazing.
Cheese.
We love you.
All I need is cheese.
We love you, Julian Bond.